It started off with a migraine, you said, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so
Again,
tell us about it.
yeah, it started off with so first off, I don't even get headaches. Like I rarely get headaches or migraines. That's just not been me, do you know what I'm saying? So I was in the music room. I used to dabble with like making music. I've always kind of like
What type of music?
just like hip hop, like
Was
beats,
you
making beats.
rapping? Oh, you was making beats, producing?
Making beats,
Okay,
yeah. So I wouldn't say I was a producer back then,
yeah.
but I was really enjoying it. That was like my first experience, like being in the music rooms and that. I love playing musical instruments, but actually making beats, was fairly new thing for me. So I used to do that. My dad used to work in town, so I would wait for him to finish work. So that means I'll stay behind school and do my thing, and then walk up, meet, and then we go home. So yeah, middle of like making a beat or whatever, and I just get this massive headache or migraine.
So the whole day you was fine?
The whole day I was fine, bro. I remember it so clearly.
What year was this?
2012.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 2012. So had a massive headache, bro. And I just thought, okay, it would go away. Like this is how it's supposed to feel or whatever. So I pack my things, I start walking, and it's just gradually getting worse, as in the pain was just gradually getting worse. Again, I didn't think anything of it as much because, as I said, I never really experienced it before. And I thought, okay, maybe this is one of those things. Maybe it will go away in a few hours and whatnot. So yeah, we get home, I still have this like banging headache or migraine. And yeah, bro, it's just getting worse to the point like when I'm like trying to get to sleep, I can't sleep. Like it was just an unusual feeling, like an unusual pain. Like it was very, very painful. So first night I'm not sleeping. And yeah, again, it's just gradually.
Did you tell anyone about as well, or
not the first not the first 1 or 2 days. And again, that's just one of those things. I just don't like to go to hospitals or GPs. It's just like it'll sort itself out. That was my mentality. It'll sort itself out. But yeah, bro. So it just continued getting worse, bro. Honestly, to the point where I started to get a fever, like temperature, like I lost my appetite. Getting the runs, bro. Like it was so weird. So obviously I told my parents, I told my dad, like, there's something wrong. I feel like something's not right in my body. Can we get it checked out? So we go to the GP. I tell them my symptoms, and they basically just brushed it off, saying that it's probably just a man flu or a cold or whatever. Just we'll prescribe you some paracetamol, and you should be fine after a few days. So
use GPs, but carry on. So
yeah, it was a bit mad, and I think that gave like the reassurance that my dad needed, because he was like, I'm sure it's fine. If there was something genuinely wrong, the doctors would have been able to whatever. So we went home and all that. And I remember like the following few days, like coming up to like church on a Sunday. I woke up and I was like, I can't come to church, Dad. Like I'm really not feeling well. Like as I was saying, bro, like I was sweating, like I was drenching, like at night, to the point like my mum would have to help to like change the sheets in the middle of the night because the mattress, everything, the sheets were drenched, bro. Like it was so weird. But yeah, I was like, I can't come to church. And my dad was like, no, you have to come to church. It doesn't matter if you're ill. Like get in the shower, get to church, da da da. So long story short, I go to church, and the service starts, and I'm playing the drums. I play the drums at church, and after like the second song, when the second song finishes, I just walk off the stage, bro. Like I felt like I was gonna pass out. So yeah, thankfully there was another guy, Herbie. He was, he was a drummer. Like he's a musician. So he saw what happened and he just took over basically. So he went to play the drums. I went to the back, and there was a nurse there as well. And she like started to check certain things. I don't know what she was doing, but basically she was like, I think he needs to go to A&E because there is something's not seeming right. So they take me to A&E and They start to kind of run tests. It was a long time. You know how A&E is. Well, in Ashford anyway.
Yeah.
Like even just to be seen, like you're gonna have to wait like 4 or 5 hours. So obviously after the waiting, they start doing blood tests and all these things. And then I get admitted into hospital. They start doing all these different things. I think lumbar punctures and all these. Everything kind of started to seem a bit of a blur. So I was there for a day, and then I remember it must have been quite late at night where like the doctors start running in and speaking to my parents and saying this and that. Again, I didn't even fully know what was going on because they were like, everyone seemed like they were panicking. And then next thing I know, I'm getting rushed to a specialist neurological center. Again, I didn't know where I was going. All I knew is I was going somewhere, like I was already like sedated. Like, I didn't know fully what was happening. So they rushed me to this place, and that's literally like the last thing I remember, bro. Next thing I know, I wake up, don't know where I am, completely new place, new environment. It's like a new week, new month. It was. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't know what's happened. You wake up, you're in a hospital bed, you're enclosed. Like they have ICU, intensive care unit, and then in this place there was like a room within ICU. Like, so I was in this room within ICU. Didn't know where I was, bro. Had these things connected to my head, like these tubes connected to my head. Had tubes. I had a tube connected like down my throat. Had these things connected to my nose. So I basically woke up not being able to breathe, and then I start panicking. Obviously, I can't breathe. I don't know what's going on. These doctors or nurses or whatever come in. They pull this thing out of my mouth, bro. I'm coughing up stuff, bro. Like that. It was just a madness. And they didn't tell me like what had happened. No one was telling me what was going on. Like I didn't even know that I'd been operated on. Like it was just mad, bro. It was just mad. Yeah, it was a horrible experience. I'm not gonna lie, man. It was a horrible experience. Later on, I see that my family there, they come in and they kind of like start to tell me what's happened and everything like that. They did not mention to me that I was in a coma or I was on life support or anything like that. I think this is a question I do actually need to ask them, because I don't think I've actually asked them that, but they must have had instructions not to say too much about what had happened from the looks of things, because I just don't know why no one was really telling me what was going on. So yeah, bro. So that's basically what happened. That was like the first. That was the first operation that I had.
Even thanks for sharing, because I know that can take you to a very uncomfortable time. And it's not easy to like share these stories again, because like it can even be scary just thinking about like I had no control of what happened.
Bro,
And,
it was horrible, bro. It was horrible, and we'll probably come back to this anyway. But that is when I had a I don't know what to call it, if it's a dream or a vision or I don't know, but basically in this like dream, I was on my way to hell, bro. Literally, like, and it was like one of the most realist things I've experienced. Like more than like me and you speaking now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, or like me being able to touch my leg or this sofa. Like it just felt so like it felt like 10, 20, 30 times more real than that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was just like a sense of finality, bro. It was a sense of like, this is it. And I was sure I was going to hell. I don't know if we'll have time to go into the details of the dream or whatnot, but basically, as I was taking my last step to this place, that's when I woke up. That's when I shot out of bed, and I had, as I say, in the tubes and everything. And when I was in this dream, like I was begging for my life, bro. Like I was begging for my life. Like, just give me another chance. I was begging for my life. And as I said, when I woke up, here I was in this place that I was disorientated. I didn't know what was going on. Bro, it was horrible.
Wow.
It was honestly
How long was you
horrible.
not coma for? Do you know? Or not really?
I don't know, because it happened 3 times.
Mm.
So it was a duration of like 3-4 months that I was in hospital. And it should have been longer, but again, just God's favor really that I was able to get the continued treatment at home, which meant the nurses had to basically like stay with me at home. Like they had to be at my house like 5-6 times a day to treat the medication that I was on, and I had these things that were connected to my heart. That there was a lot of things that needed to be done. So I was just really didn't want to be in that place anymore. I didn't want to be in hospital anymore. So they're able to kind of work that out for me. So that happened for another 4 or 5 months. So yeah, if it wasn't possible for that to have happened, that I would have been in hospital for that long, for like an additional 4 or 5 months. So but yeah, as I said, in and out. So yeah, man, that was like that was my first experience of like obviously like coming out of this coma or whatever. But what had happened basically was I had major meningitis, major sinusitis, I had pneumonia, a few other blood infections. There was just everything. So that headache or whatever that thing was, it had just escalated, and my body was trying to fight it. Like my immune system was trying to fight it. It just basically destroyed my immune system. So what was initially, I don't know, let's just say meningitis, it then triggered so many other things because my immune system failed, and so many things just ended up accumulating, which then made it very hard for them to operate, because there was a lot of fluid and pus that had filled at the front of the head, leaking to the brain, and my lungs were filled up with fluid. So when you're having like a major operation like that, it is very dangerous to operate when your lungs are in that kind of state as well as the blood infections and everything else that was going on. So when they were like speaking to my parents, they were like, we're going to operate on him, but he has like a 98-99% chance that he's not going to make it. And
So
they just had to be real. If I'm going to be real, I think they said 99%. Like when I speak to my family, when it's 99, like they're basically saying, I don't think he's going to make it, but you can never say for certain. So it was, it was, the odds were like, they were just preparing for me to pass, basically, like, because it was just, the situation was really, really bad. So they operated, the body shut down, body went into a coma. They put me on a life support machine, and that was that basically. I guess again, I don't know the politics, or I don't know the procedure of it all, but after a certain point, we probably got to have discussions about when to shut things off. But yeah, thankfully that's when I popped up. So I think the one that the time that it really impacted me was the second time, because with time I started to understand what was going on. I was starting to get the information, the feeding me and everything. Obviously, I knew that I'd had an operation at this point, do you know what I mean? Because the head was scarred up, the tubes, things were connected to my head and everything. And I was in ICU. I started to understand how serious this was, and man, and even how my body was starting to catch up with me, how I felt like I was in a lot of pain. And this is when I was really starting to actually genuinely pray. I think a lot of people just pray for the sake of praying or whatever, but this is when I the first time where I felt like I was genuinely praying, like, and I really meant it, just asking God, like, please just help me, bro. Just help me. Not help me, bro, but do you know what I mean? Help me. Bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I was just like, help me, please. Like, if you can heal me, like, I will serve you. Like, just please get me out of this. Like, I don't know what to do. And I remember, like, it felt like I was screaming, like, and shouting that prayer. It felt like it, but I remember I was just whispering, but I was using all the energy that I had to say that, because I was just so weak. I was so weak, but I just remember, like, just crying, just whispering it. But I was trying to give as much energy as I could to that. And then things were starting to look a little bit better, you know. I was there for a few weeks already at this point. And it was far away. Like, this place was like 3.5 hours away from where my family live. So at this point I was like, guys, things are looking up. Like, I was just telling them that they don't need to be there anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be home soon, that kind of thing. We've been through the hard part. Like, we've had the operation. Like, I came out, it was a bit shaky, but I came out. Things are starting to, you know, to progress. So yeah, I remember at this point my family weren't at the hospital, and then they wanted to take me for a CT scan. That's just a scan of the head, and so we went for the CT scan, and basically they saw that the fluid and pus and all that had come back. So they're like, we need to operate again, basically, like, and we need to do it now, like now. So at this point,
was you scared?
This is where I was the most scared. Do you know what I mean? This is the one that I think the most, because I had understood what was going on at this point. Like, I understood what the odds were. Like, my family were not around. They were trying to get hold of my family. They weren't around. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't able to, like, no one was picking up. So this is where they had to now tell me the whole situation and what the odds were, like, what was gonna, do you know what I mean? Like, this is the situation. There's a high chance you're not gonna make it, telling me the percentages, all of that stuff. And I just remember, like, again, I'm not a crier, but speaking with you, it sounds like I cried a lot in these experiences. But with the third operation, they said they can't operate this way because the amount of times that they've done it, and like with the whole thing, the crack, like how they had to crack the skull and everything, like it didn't even heal properly, bro. Like, so probably after this, you can even feel like the dents that I have on my head, like the actual front bit didn't actually heal properly. So I think there was just complications with that. So they had to go in between the eyes. So I've got a scar in between the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Where they had to lift it up that way, drill holes and do what not. But they were saying that with this way, it's not the ideal way that they would have liked to have done it, but because of the situation and because everything is very, very delicate at the moment and they can't go through this way, they're going to have to operate behind the eyes, which will mean that if, again, I make it by chance, and they kind of joked about it, to be fair, like, because of obviously it's happened twice, if like this guy has somehow beat the odds, but if he's able to make this one, then he will 100% be blind. Like, there's no way about it. Yeah, because of where they're operating. Like, what the procedure, how it would all go about.
This is 100%. Not even.
Yeah, like it's not like this guy's gonna be blind if he makes it. Do you know what I mean? So like they're already starting to prepare what life is gonna look like if I do make it, if I do survive. The adjustments, the requirements that I would need and everything like that. So obviously, again, that wasn't obviously the nicest thing to hear because, I was at peace with like, okay,
Once it was
at
at
peace
peace
at
with
dying.
death. Not
But now if I live, then I like,
that's a hard one, man.
do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, if I live, thank God, great, but
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna be able to see nothing.
yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, these are the options that I'm getting dealt with.
At that rate, would you like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, I think, yeah. As I said, I was at peace with it, but I think I was also a bit tired as well, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
it was a very draining process. I think I was at peace. I think I felt like maybe it will be a good thing if I just pass.
Because the reality is that's hard, man. Like, you're going through one thing to another, and you're thinking like, it's gonna happen again. Like,
bro, it's what I've just said is just a side
surface.
It's just a side, a surface of like what was going on. Because as I said, I was there for a long time, so you're seeing people that you become close to that you don't know, like people that are
Other
actually
people in the beds. Yeah.
that you're starting to families of these people. So you're with them, and then like you're becoming close to them. Like you build this camaraderie because you're in similar situations. Like we're all kind of like fighting for our lives here.
Yeah.
And then you wake up the next day, their bed is gone, bro. So it's like, it's horrible, man, because you know that they've passed.
Yeah.
They haven't, they didn't make it. Or you're seeing the doctors at this place. They have to wear suits, like these black suits, and they take them to this room, like with like black leather sofas and stuff. But basically, that's the room where you tell the family that, their child or their son or their brother or whatever didn't make it. So you're seeing people getting called into that room all the time, or you're seeing families that you've become close to, or as a family we've become close to, being called into that room. So you're just thinking, when am I next? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that's just another element to it. Another element, bro, is me, like, I'd lost so much weight, and like the things that I was trying to, like, things it wasn't working, bro. I was losing weight at such a drastic rate that came with its own challenges. Another challenge, bro, I lost like the feelings on my legs, bro. Like they had to teach me how to walk again. So like, these are just all like side quests that were going on. So you're dealing with like a lot of things in that place. So so then obviously having this blow now where you're like, if he makes it, then he won't be able to see. I think at that point I was at peace with dying, but like I was just also tired, bro. Like just like I was tired. Do you know what I'm saying? But so so third operation happened. Long story short, I made it. I was on life support, coma. All of the same thing happened. But like the first day or two, I couldn't see. But then after that, my vision started to come back. So it was just a miracle, bro. Honestly, it's actually really hard, and it's really hard to try and summarize everything that happened
personally, I don't think you'll ever be able to
way.
do that, because you've gone through a lot of stuff, and like this is your life as well, isn't it? So it's not something you can put in a book or even capture in an episode. Like this is just something where you can only touch upon the surface, and I think throughout your life you're probably gonna share different moments here and there, because it's too big of a.
To be honest, I probably need to look into it, because as I said, I'm really grateful that you reached out. You reached out to me, bro, because I haven't had many chances to speak about it on camera or like in this kind of setting. So like being able to actually have that conversation with someone, it's not easy. Like you've seen the stuttering and me like moving my eyes or because I'm just trying to recollect my thoughts, but also in a way that I can like paint a picture as well, but also that makes sense as well. So it's been hard for me to actually speak eloquently in this time, because
at the same time, that's natural, because also what you just said personifies everything that you went through, where it's like you can't really make sense of everything that's going on that you're experiencing.
It just, honestly, bro, it was just crazy. But in this time as well, as I said, I learned a lot. I learned a lot, man, because, you know, if people were to describe me, he's a popular guy, or he's got a lot of friends. A lot of people thought I had a lot of friends and this and that. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that is how I would have been described. Like, everyone knew me, everyone knew what I was about, all these kind of things. But when I was literally on my deathbed, bro, only one friend came to see me.
Wow.
Only one friend. Like, my church family and that, they tried, like, they came and, you know, they really showed support and praying for me, fasting for me, all of that. But, like, in terms of friends, bro, like, only one.
Wow.
And he ended up being my best man at my wedding, actually.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, like, did you feel alone? Like, did people, and you just answered. Like,
yeah.
That's mad.
As I said, like, it gave me time to reflect. All these things that I was doing, all these things that I was trying to please people, or subconsciously, like, I wanted people to have this certain perception of me. I was thinking, why? Why was I doing that? Do you know what I mean? Or why was I making an effort like that? And it really just was a wake up call. As I said, like, everyone knew the situation, but yeah, not a message, not a only one person came to see me, bro. People that I really thought were like my best friends, really close to me, who I really thought, these are my guys, bro. Only one came. Only one came, bro. So that just
it's
came.
mad, 'cause those are the same people that when they say, "Oh yeah, man, oh thank God," but when you really needed them, where were they? Innit?
Yeah.
And like, it's such a dark time for yourself, innit? And maybe, who knows, people might feel uncomfortable seeing you in that way. That could be another reason. But at the same time, to not even message, not like that. But this is the reality of life as well.
That's the
innit?
reality, bro. The reality is, like, yeah.
Everyone's for themselves.
If I'd died, I mean, they probably would have spoken about it for a few weeks, maybe a few months, but life moves on after that. So it's like, those are the kind of thoughts I'll get. It sounds a bit dark, but it's not dark. Those are the kind of thoughts I was having, in the sense that what really matters? What really matters? And if I was to go, what legacy am I going to leave behind? Do you know what I mean? What impact am I going to leave behind? You know, so these are the kind of things I was starting to think about. And as I said, in terms of friendships, it's like, I don't need a lot of friends. I need real friends, people that are actually going to encourage me, uplift me, like, help me grow as a, like, and I don't need to impress people. I don't need to act a certain way. Like, God has made you a certain way, a specific way. Embrace that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, I just need to embrace who I am. And it's just taken me on this journey. As I said, I actually haven't said, but I'm not the best public speaker. I'm actually very introverted. I like my own space. Like, that's just who I am naturally. But you would never think, or a lot of people say that anyway to me when they then see my socials and stuff like that. And they're like, how are you able to, like, do this on camera or do this, Bro, honestly, it's all God. Because I've met a lot of people, I'm going to be real here, that I've met a lot of people, influencers or people in the public eye, and they're quite arrogant, bro. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not surprised.
They're quite arrogant, and it's like, even in the Christian space, bro.
Yeah. I'm not surprised again.
That surprised me. I think I was quite naive anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of people there that are quite arrogant, and but for me, I just know, like, everything that has happened in my life, even with the whole social media thing and whatnot, is only through God. Like, and to be honest, even with the whole social media thing, making content, making videos, I was never like someone that really wanted to do it anyway. As I said, with the introverted nature and everything like that, it was something that I felt prompted to do, that I needed to do, and I tried to push it away for a very long time. But I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to be obedient to God and do it and just trust God. And yeah, like I'm glad that I did, because I'm seeing how God is using these platforms to just impact other people, and just sow a seed. Do you know what I mean? Even sowing a seed is impacting someone, like in terms of like the script, like scripture, the gospel, what the Bible says, or whatever. It could be that wrapped in a humorous way or whatever, but it sows a seed, man. And for me, that's just really humbled me. I'm not gonna lie, like, because I know it's not my own doing, it's not by my own strength, it's not because I'm a great public speaker or I'm this guy, but it's literally just leaving it in God's hands and just trusting God and just seeing what happens, really. So
there's a lot to take from that, man, because the friendship one, because obviously when you're popular as well, it's like, of course you can get a bit of pride and you might feel good, etc., etc. But you realize that all of that is a facade, in a sense where just because the numbers are there doesn't mean that it's authentic, doesn't mean that it's actually a friendship. It might be associates. Don't get me wrong, like some people generally could have been your friends, but they just made the wrong decisions.
Yeah.
Is what it is. But in those circumstances, you start to realize what's important most, innit? And it just sounds like you really focus on that during that time, and it shaped you. So if you was to say, like, yes, it was definitely a transformational moment, but what would you say you learned the most? Like, what was the biggest lesson of all?
In that time?
Yeah.
That's a tough question, because there was a lot that I learned. What is the one thing that I learned the most? Can I say two things?
Yeah, go
on. I think one thing is trusting God and building my relationship with God. I think that's like the main thing, really, in terms of that's where I get my strength. That's where like I got a lot of direction. And the second thing is, I would say, maximizing your opportunities. Yeah, I had to think about it just to be sure, but yeah, man, like, we are given one life. You don't want to live your life with regrets. Yeah, you don't want to live your life with regrets, man. Like, if there's something that you want to do, like, literally do it with the best of your ability. Do it with your best of your ability, and really just, give it your best shot, because you just don't want to do things half-heartedly. Like, yeah, I would say those are the two things. If you can mix those two things together, I think it's a good recipe for living a fulfilled life. Honestly, like, trusting God, having that relationship with God, but also, maximizing your opportunities. Like, if there's a door that has been opened or God has presented something to you, don't like half-heartedly do it. Like, fully go for it, man. And I feel like I'm still learning that. I'm still growing within that, but with the things that I've experienced, I feel like that's worked quite well for me. As I said, I'm not that guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but in terms of even how I got into uni was a miracle, but maximizing that opportunity, like getting the master's degree, there's a lot of people that would have never thought that I would get to that level. Do you know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of people that have these degrees, but for me, bro, like, it's like, that's a miracle in itself, honestly. Like, and as I said, with the social media stuff and businesses and everything like that, it's just like, I don't want to live a life where I don't want to live a life of regret, man. I want to like live a fulfilled life, maximize my life, maximize the opportunities that are given to me, and do it for the kingdom as well, man. I always have to bring it back to God. Like it has to be for God's glory. Everything that is done has to be done for God's glory, I think so.
And I've always found it interesting that people have these epiphany moments after going through some sort of hardship, innit? And so, like, I've asked a few people this as well, but I want to know your opinion.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you need to go through adversity in order to truly grow? Like, is adversity necessary? I've heard different opinions. I just want to know yours, innit?
I don't think it's necessary, but I think adversity can be used as a tool to shape you. So I'm like, yes, it happened to me, and it helped me, and that worked for me. But everyone is different. Everyone is unique. Everyone's different. Have got different backgrounds. They're dealing with different things. So I feel like, again, God is all knowing. He knows you. He knows your heart. He knows your needs. He knows your desires. He knows the things that you're struggling with. I think some people can grow. They can grow without having to go through some extreme adversities, extreme situations. But having said that as well, I don't think there's anyone that has had a smooth sailing story, like big or small. Like everyone here has probably gone through something, and they've learnt something from that, and they've grown from that. So, yeah, I don't know how to answer that.
No, you answered it. Yeah,
that's what I'd say. That's what I'd say. Like, yeah, that's what I'd say.
Because it's like, the reason why I say that is because it just seems like a lot of the time when someone goes through something, it's like that's what really was a transformational moment. That is what propelled them. But you're also right in saying that it depends on who you are, because not everyone comes out the other side. Like, that pain actually might just bring destruction in the end. And it's also your mindset around how you want to perceive that situation.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it probably wasn't easy after the surgeries as well. There's probably still some difficulties that you face, but you're still pushing. You're still going. And that, for me, that's what I honestly like gravitate to the most, because it's like, what are you doing? How are you keeping yourself going? Like, even now, like, because you used all that you went through as motivation. And obviously now you're doing what you're doing and you're going to achieve a lot more. Everything's going to keep blossoming for you. But, like, how do you keep this sort of, like, mindset?
How do I keep that mindset? Yeah.
Like, I know faith is a big part as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you're doing as well?
I think just surrounding yourself with the right people. I think that helps, because you can experience something, but it can be you can easily forget. As crazy as that sounds, you can easily forget. For example, the Israelites, in Egypt, they saw a madness, bro. Like the parting of the Red Sea and everything like that. Like, imagine if you, like, when we read it or watch the movies or whatever, but when we read it, we think, imagine seeing that, or seeing a pillar of fire, like a pillar of fire was following them. Do you know what I mean? Like imagine seeing that. You probably would not forget. Or like manna, this food, whatever that was providing for them, you would think, this is nuts. You would not forget that. But as soon as something happens, they create an idol and they start worshipping this idol. They start complaining, oh, God hasn't done this. God has, like,
people even do
you
that
must
now.
think, you must be thinking, like, what were these Israelites thinking? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say here? Like, the point what I'm trying to say is, like amazing things can happen, but as our human nature, I think it can be very easy to forget what God has done for you, and then we continue to just live our life or go in our own direction. You can be very easily sidetracked. So I think one way that you can mitigate that at least is surrounding yourself with the right people that have got the right mentality. I think that is really, really helpful. And for me, that's been my family. I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like they've really helped me in that. So yeah. That's what I'll say. I'm sure there's others, but I'd say the one thing is for me is that just surrounding yourself with the right people. And if you're saying apart from God as well, like that's what I'd say, because you have to put yourself, like for me, the relationship with God is such a is like so important, bro. Because if you're not tapped in there, not tapped in the Word of God, it's very easy for you to be strayed. So for me personally, like from my experience, like I find that is something that has helped me. But apart from that, I'd say my family, people that you that are accountable, that can, so you surround yourself with the right people, but people that you can be accountable towards as well. So that's what I'd say, man. I don't know if that answers the question.
No, you did. And like, I'm obviously very happy that you've shared that as well. And like, your past is very important, but like I said this before, your past isn't just who you are as well. Innit? So like,
100%.
I also want to like just shed light on what you're doing now and like what's to come from you. Obviously, you might not want to share everything, but yeah, like just briefly, how did you continue like moving on? So post surgeries, you said you went to uni, you said that was a miracle, and then obviously you got into the places that you got into, and then you established what you're doing now, because doing big things. And I know, yes, your past was very pivotal to that, but I'm aware it's also important to shed light on the present and the future.
Right. So you just want me to basically just say what I'm doing currently, or? Yeah,
right. Just briefly say how you got to uni, because you said that was a whole. Because I'm thinking, okay, no A levels.
Yeah, that's. I'm glad you asked that, actually. To be fair, because, I think a lot of people probably think there's only one way, or maybe two, a selected number of ways of getting to uni. But there isn't. I think if you put your mind to anything, or to most things at least, you can get to where you need to get to. Bro, I did an online diploma, bro. Literally, I didn't even think it was gonna work. To be honest, my sister, my mum, suggested that I do it, and I was like, "What is this fake thing that you're getting me to do?" And they were like, "You don't know, like, just do it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But like, just give it a go. Like, it doesn't hurt to do it." So I had to pay for this level 3 diploma. I had to do it like obviously from home. It took me a few months to do, so I tried to bang it out as soon as possible, and got the certification for it. It was for business management, a business management level 3 diploma. And I actually went back to my old school, to like the head of sixth form, and I was like, "I've done this. Do you think you could help me like do a UCAS application for uni?" And I'm not gonna lie, we laugh at it now, because I've gone back to the school to talk about my experience as well, and just different like workshops with the sixth form students and stuff. But bro, she laughed, man. She laughed in my face. She thought it was hilarious. She's not experienced anything like that. Seen anyone like bring this online diploma to a grammar school and be like, "Do you think you can? Can we see what we can do?" So she laughed at me, man. I was just like, "Oh, this was a terrible idea." But she was like, "You know what? Let's try. Let's give it a go." So. Did this UCAS application with my AS grades, with like UDE or whatever, and then this level 3 diploma, which I got distinction in, and a few like recommendations from the teachers, and obviously talking about the situation that had happened. And surprise, bro, got in. Like, I didn't get into all because I think at the time you were allowed to choose 5 universities.
I can't remember.
something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one, but he was allowed to
4.
choose 5. So yeah, I got accepted to 2 or 3 of them. And yeah, basically just went to the closest one available to like where I lived. And yeah.
Wait, where did you go?
CCU.
Okay. Cool.
So I did my undergrad at Christchurch. Sorry?
I was in Kent. Yeah.
I did my masters at Kent.
Okay.
Yeah. UKC. Yeah. So yeah, was all pretty close. All pretty close. But yeah, it was just a miracle, bro. Like as I said, it was just like, yeah. If I hadn't have done that, I don't know. But for me, it was just a life lesson as well, because there's a lot of people that are struggling to figure out what they want to do, or if there's this 1 or 2 ways of getting to uni. But yeah, sometimes you just got to step out the box, man. You got to step out the box and just be like, if there's something that you want, there's not just one way of getting there. So yeah.
What I was also thinking as well was that it's more about the people that are going through it right now. And I think focusing on those that are going through difficulties that keep coming back. So that could even be likened to someone that's going through mental health difficulties. Like you go through a window of being fine again, and then all of a sudden it's back again. Like especially stuff like psychosis and so on. And a lot of people are going through their own difficulties, whether it's through physical health, mental health. I kind of want to use your story as a way to like motivate those people as well.
Yeah.
Even if I just broaden it outside, like I just want everyone to feel like they can relate. So even those people that are constantly having relationship difficulties, constantly having a breakup or trying to have children, and then you keep having a miscarriage or something like that. Like there's something in your story about pushing on.
Yeah. And perseverance, man.
Perseverance. Because I feel like as long as you keep pushing, eventually there'll be some sort of change. And like I want people to be encouraged by what you've said. So even just for those people that I just mentioned today, how would you advise them about their situations that they're going through right now? How can you like give them some sort of hope and encouragement? Obviously your story alone is like full of hope and encouragement too.
Yeah.
But just on a level, like just being real with them, like what do they need to hear?
Bro, what I'd say is there is no one like you. There's no one like me. There's no one like me. There's no one like you. You are loved. You matter. And despite whatever situations you're going through, despite like the things that keep coming up, just keep persevering, because you owe it to yourself to just keep pushing. You're here for a reason. I don't think it's a coincidence that you're alive right now, that you're doing what you're doing, or you're even watching this this podcast. Like there's a reason. There's always decisions that lead you to a moment in time. So the fact that you've been able to listen to this, the fact that you're able to watch this, means that it was meant for you. So just keep pushing, keep persevering, keep trusting the process, because there is someone that is up there watching you. He is watching you. He loves you, and you matter, and you're here for a purpose. You may not understand what your purpose is now, or you may be confused. You don't know where life is going to bring you or where life is going to take you, but just trust the process and lock in. That's what I'd say, man.
And hearing it from him, at least you know it's not no airy fairy statement. This is a statement from someone that's actually gone through it. And so that's why I feel like it holds a lot of weight when you say it.
I appreciate that, man.
Like I think
it might seem surface level what I'm saying, but honestly, as I said, like you just have to you just have to lock in. Like it's not. I'm not saying it's an easy process or an easy thing. Like it's not easy. Like when you're in that situation, you may not feel like there's a way out. Especially when something keeps reoccurring. If you're struggling with something and it keeps reoccurring, or you're getting a relapse on something, that doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you're worth nothing. You are worth something. Do you know what I mean? And it's part of your journey. It's part of your story.
Sure.
And I honestly believe that you are not put through a situation that you can't handle. You know, I personally believe that God will not put you through something that you can't handle. It may feel, or it may be such a terrible situation, but the reality is, and this is what we were saying even off camera, is there may be someone that's gone through this situation, something similar to me, or they can relate to it. But the fact is, even though it was a horrible, horrible thing that I had to experience, A, I'm grateful for it, for what I learned, but B, it's given me the strength to be able to share it with others, because I'm hoping that whoever is going through something similar, they will have that strength to just keep pushing, keep persevering. I truly believe that what I went through wasn't just for myself, it was for others as well that may be struggling or going through something. It was for them as well. And that's why I think, in terms of like, God won't put you through something that you can't handle, because it should be used as a testimony, like literally as something to encourage others as well, to say, look, I've been through this, and therefore you can do this. You can come out from the other side, ABC, or even be able to like ask advice as well, or just reach out as well, just in terms of encouragement or things, or what to do. Like, I feel like when people go through these situations, it will help others. So yeah, man, that's where I sit with it. So I do hope that, you know, whoever is listening, or, you know, stumbles across this, like, even if it is 2 minutes of the however long time we've been speaking, but I do hope that it just helps someone. Yeah.
Come on, Izzy the creator. Round of applause, man. Round of applause.
Thank you for having me.
One thing I do want to say as well. Follow him.
Likewise.
Follow him. Subscribe. Have you got a website as well, or not yet?
Nah, no.
No worries. Soon come.
We're in the works.
But follow him on Instagram. I add his socials in the description and his channel.
Thank you, man.
Subscribe. Bigger things to come as well, man. Obviously,
and with you as well, bro.
Obviously, I know it's not easy, man. Honestly, I appreciate you being transparent about what you've gone through. Like, I know you've shared your story to other people, but I always wonder, like, how is it, like, when people constantly have to go back to tell a story? It's like you're always like going into like a difficult time, innit? When you're trying to move on as well, and it's a sacrifice as well, innit? And so, thank you for doing that. Honestly, wish you many more years of success, more money, every area. Like, just continue thriving, continue being you, and like, remember, the future is you too. It's not just your past as well.
Yeah, that's it.
But your past also does shape you, innit? So like, I look forward to what you got coming on next.
Appreciate that,
and then hope your business thrives.
I appreciate that, man. Likewise for you as well. Like, you're doing big things here, man, and even being able to provide an opportunity for so many different people to talk about their experiences and just have a conversation with you as well, man. Like, it's a massive thing. So I'm looking forward to what the future holds for you as well. And
thank you.
Yeah, man, you're doing great things, man.
Thank you, man. So like, comment below, let him know how you found this video. For those listening as well, I keep neglecting you guys, innit? But for those listening as well, let them know how you found this as well.
Thank you.
And man, like,
questions as well. If you've got any questions, or you were unsure, there wasn't any, or you need more clarity on something, make sure just write on the comments below, man. Or DM him on Insta or whatever. Well. Like, let's get the conversation going as well, because we're not here to just talk, but we want to bring a conversation. We want to shed light on a lot of things so that we can also be benefited. We're going to grow from each other as well. As we're listening to different episodes, like, we're growing from one another and being able to take snippets of people's experiences. So let's get the engagement going, the conversations going, and looking forward to speaking more and just building on that.